Hello, this is Ray Waldo, and I wanted to take you on a little tour of our garden yard, and been through in a few days, a week, and things are really looking a little bit different. This is a new bed that we just built, and I like it. I think it's really nice. And we have some yellow lantana lacing around it, and then some pink-red knockout roses around that, and then the planter, and I couldn't tell you what those things are in the middle, but they're supposed to kind of come down. They're looking a little dry right now. I'm going to have to add some water in there. And then on the sides we have dwarf gardenia, and these are various little annuals that we have going around here, some venta around the front edge. All of this will fill out, I hope, in just another few weeks. And over on this side we have some calla lilies, and that one's been blooming, but this one, I believe today is the first day it's bloomed. And it's a very pretty orange bloom, if you can see that. Yeah. And then these are just some other little plants that we have. Of course, the black elephant ear, and over on this side we have some a little bed that we just started that has some of the spider flowers in the front, and in the back that's some, I believe that's ginger, and that's something like that. And then we've worked this bed up, a long bed here, with some wild gladiolus and a few other things. And we've got a couple of roses that we're starting in this area here. And there's one over here, and a ladybank's here. And this is an althea bush that we had out back, and it wasn't doing real well there, so we moved it up here, and it's sprouting a little bit, so I'm hopeful that it will do okay. And then over on this side, we just finished out some more daylilies along the driveway here, and some up front, all along. Now we have daylilies on this side. We haven't, we've had these for a while, and they're already filled out and huge. And over here we have some kind of a little lily that has just popped out. I don't think I've seen that one bloom before, all by its lonely. Pretty little thing. And then some more daylilies along that wall there. And up here in the front, some of this stuff is not blooming real well right at this moment. There's a This is I can't think of the name of it right now. It's real pretty though. And then our quiet little area here. That's so nice to sit out here and listen to the fountain and the quiet, peaceful. Over here we have some oak leaf hydrangea, and it's about at its prime. It's just about done. I don't know if it'll bloom again this year or not. And of course the big spider flowers, and some of these are already taller than me. I'm 6 foot. Some of them are a little bit taller than me already. And some other miscellaneous flowers out here in this kidney bed. This was our first one. This is a canna lily, and it is very, very pretty. Some other plants that we've added in here more recently. And this is the spider flower. They variously are pink to purple, and the blooms just continue coming on up. It blooms pretty for a long, long time. And our gardenia bush, we cut it back pretty severely. It didn't have a lot of strength to it. It was leaves, the branches were pretty weak. This is Mexican petunia, and it has a pretty little blue-purple flower. We had it blooming pretty well around the other side, but it was in the way where it was, so we moved it there, and that's just a new bed that we've just started. And then these are some various little flowers. There's a very pretty, I believe that's a starburst or star something, Viv calls it. There's another one back behind there that hasn't bloomed yet. And then on our circle bed, we're in the process of working on this one, kind of getting it in good shape. This is a pink butterfly bush, and it's kind of pretty, but that's about the only thing we have in there right now. Some of these other little plants, but they're not real big. This is it's quit blooming now. This is, some people call it Confederate jasmine, others call it star jasmine. The flowers look like stars, and I'm not sure where the Confederate came from, but it's neither Confederate nor jasmine. It actually is just an ivy, and it grows up, it's probably 60, 70 feet up there in that tree, if I can get it out of the sun. You can see there. It's way on up there. And both these trees, well, several of these trees, we've got it around there, and of course that's lariat around the bottom that we have it edged with. And these are all azaleas that are out of their prime. And around over the bedroom side, we have a purple butterfly bush, but it's finished blooming for a while. This is blue or black salvia, and some roses, a couple of roses. This one's quite pretty. There's a real nice bloom on it. And some other flowers. And our mums are doing extremely well. These yellow ones have just started blooming. This is just a bed of mums. All started from one little pot flower of mums. These are purple ones. They're not quite as far along, but they've been blooming for a while. And the yellow ones have just started. And around on this side, on the patio, by the way, Viv did a great job of cleaning our patio today. She came out here with the water, pressure washer. We've got some tomatoes. Can you see that? The light is really hard to get to there. But a little patio plant, and some pretty nice tomatoes on there. And this hibiscus is very, very pretty. Sweet potato plant, and I don't know what the purple one is in the middle there. And then down our walk, this is a quiet little walkway. Some blue, more actually purple forgot the name again. And this is the same thing, if you could think of that name. Anyway, this is bluebird hibiscus. No, not hibiscus. Hi something. Okay, I've forgotten. Here's a pretty little plant, and I don't know what it is, but it's a very pretty little bloom. It's very small, one by itself. Like I say, a lot of things are not blooming. It's getting pretty warm right now. Some pretty daylilies, and of course some. Here's one of the nice lilies that we have. These are not doing quite as well as they did last year. Last year they just had a halo effect. There was 5 of them at one time. We had about 5 of the white ones here on this one, but they've all gone now. And here is a very pretty, I guess that would be a lily of some sort, I'm not sure. And some daylilies around there. Over on this side, we had quite a few of these things, and this one's not quite as large as they were. We had purple ones and yellow ones, and they were like 8 inches in diameter across. I mean, that is just huge for those things. Some more of that Mexican petunia, and you can see the blooms on the ground, but I don't see any on the plant, but that's what the bloom looks like. It's a pretty little bloom. It's kind of pretty much a wildflower. Okay, and then we have some looks like we actually have some berries here. This is raspberry, and so this is their first year. Now our grapes, this is the second year on grapes, and they're doing much better. Some pretty nice grapes there, and they are seeded. They may not be quite as easy to eat, but I'm hopeful they are quite nice flavored to be the first year. And this is another bed that we just built, and mostly these are annuals. These little flowers here. Some pretty colored daylilies. I guess that's what they would be. Okay, well, that's about everything that's in pretty bloom right now. Well, there's some venta over here. I'll show you that along the side of the house. This is a bed that we built about a year ago and put in, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, not long. But it's coming along pretty nicely. All of this will be real pretty in a few years. Right now it's not quite there. This is a bleeding heart. It's just starting to bloom with the red on the white. Very, very pretty. Bleeding heart. I love bleeding heart. I got some for Viv for Mother's Day about 5 or 6 years ago. Probably longer than that, 6 or 7 years ago. And we've liked it ever since. Now here, the last of the things that we have is some little hatchlings. There's a nest down in there. And they don't want to come out, I guess. I reckon they're asleep. Well, their mama will be along later. Well, hope you have a good evening today.